Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're struggling with the snatch or overhead squat, this video is for you. Today we'll go through the key mobility areas you need to work on. Then we talk about body proportion and how they influence your biomechanics, and finish with a few words about weightlifting shoes and how they can help. Let's dive in, you guys. First up, the ankles. Limited ankle mobility means you can't push your knees forward enough, which forces you to lean forward and struggle to reach depth. But before jumping into drills, let's test your mobility with the wall ankle dorsiflexion test. Kneel in front of a wall and try to touch your knee to the wall while keeping your heel down. Move your foot back and repeat until you barely can reach the wall. If you have a hand's width or more, you're good to go. If not, you'll benefit from working on ankle mobility. Here are 3 drills that can help. The first one is foam rolling. You can start by loosening up the soft tissues around the heel that might be restricting dorsiflexion. You can foam roll the calves at the part close to the heel, or even step on a lacrosse ball and roll it to your plantar fascia. Then you have the weighted ankle stretch. You can hold the plate on your knee and drive it forward over the toes to deepen the stretch. And if your ankles are very tight, attach a band around your ankle and gently drive the knee forward. This helps free up the joint. It's important to place the band at the lowest part of your shin. The hips are next. They are essential for hitting depth and staying balanced in the squat position. Tight hips can prevent full depth in the squat and can result in leaning too much forward. Here are 3 simple drills to improve your hip mobility. The first one is the 90-90. Sit on the floor and rotate between internal and external hip rotation. Then you have the sumo squat hold. Stand a little wider than your normal squat position and sit at the bottom holding a kettlebell to open up your hips. Try to stay as upright as possible, and for a deeper stretch, you can push your knees further out with your elbows. Then the dynamic frog. For this one, have your knees on mats for comfort, sit back until you feel the stretch, stay for a couple of seconds and get back up to release the tension. If you can't feel the stretch that much, try to move your feet away from each other. Then the couch stretch, especially helpful if you're tight through the quads and hip flexors. You can use a bench or even a wall for a deeper stretch. Your thoracic spine or upper back isn't meant to be extremely mobile. It protects your rib cage and stabilizes the spine. But just enough mobility here can go a long way. If your thoracic spine is too stiff, your torso will lean forward and your shoulder will take on extra stress in the overhead position. So here are 3 drills that can help. Foam roller extensions. Lay on a foam roller and slowly extend over it to open the upper back. To make sure you're targeting the upper back and not the lower back, make sure to sit in a tucked position. For a deeper stretch, simply hold a kettlebell. Then quadruped rotations. On all 4, reach one arm under and then rotate it open towards the ceiling. Then you have the barbell side bends, where you hold the barbell on your back and twist sideways. And to make sure you're targeting the upper back, lock your hips and brace your core. If your shoulders are tight, locking out the bar overhead will be difficult or unstable. This often comes from tight lats, limited external rotation, or lack of overhead control. So here's how to work on it. The first one is a PVC pass-throughs, a classic. Keep your arms straight and go slow to open up the shoulders. You don't need to go all the way around. You can stop when you have your arms right behind your back. Hold a little pause and repeat. As for the grip, start wide and narrow the grip as you open up to deepen the stretch. You can also bend sideways with straight arms overhead to target your lats even more. You can also do these drills with a light band. Then you have the overhead isometric hold. Hold the barbell overhead in a deep squat, go as low as possible and hold a pause at the bottom. If you can't hit the depth, try with 1 or 2 plates under your heels to help stay more upright. With time, you can remove the plates. Holding a pause in the bottom position is crucial to build control and confidence into the position. It might be very uncomfortable in the beginning, but with time your body will adapt as long as you don't overwhelm it. Just be patient. And finally, the wrists. For some people, wrist discomfort is just a matter of getting used to the position, but poor mobility can make it worse. So try these. Start by loosening the joint and warm up your wrist with some simple rolls in all directions. Then on all 4s, rock your body forwards and backwards while keeping your palms flat. Do the same turning your hands backward to stretch the flexors. Then you can hold a wood stick with full grip and simply move it sideways to create a stretch on the side of the wrist. All these drills can be used as warm-up or even as a separate mobility workout, but you don't need to do them all every day. Pick the ones that help you the most and stick to them consistently. A little bit every session adds up very fast. Now let's talk about body proportions. Mobility isn't the only reason the snatch feels so difficult. Your body structure matters too. For example, if you have long femurs and a short torso, you'll naturally lean forward more in the bottom position. And if you have long torso with short legs, you might stay more upright with less effort. Arm and shoulder proportion also affects how easily you get the bar overhead and how wide your grip needs to be. I've made a full video about squat mechanics and how body proportion affects your squat. You'll find the link in the description if you want to learn more. So if you see someone sitting deep and vertical with ease, it might not just be mobility, it might be how they're built. So the important takeaway here is learn your own body, improve your mobility, but also adjust your technique and setup to fit your proportions. You might need a wider stance and a slightly different bar path or a wider grip. And finally, weightlifting shoes. They give you a raised heel which reduces the ankle mobility demand and help you stay more upright in the bottom position. So if you're struggling with squat depth or balance, these can make a big difference. They're quite expensive, but they can be a good investment if you want to do weightlifting more seriously. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope this gave you a better understanding on what's limiting your snatch and overhead squat and what you can do about it. And if you found it helpful, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more training content like this. Bye.